Oh, okay. All right, guys. So, hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Happy month beginning, November 1st. Congratulations, first off, for being on this amazing Zoom tonight and being one of those special ones that was chosen to be on here because I know a lot of you just love to hear his information that he gives us every Monday. And I see everybody with their. Stop. I'm recording. I'm trying to get my voice right. so I know every so I know everyone loves to hear from him. I see everybody with their notebooks and notepads ready. So we all know what this is and what this is about. So I love that. Just be ready when you receive information to utilize it. This is not meant to stay in your notepad to keep to yourself and put in the back of the back of the closet and never use it. That's not what we're doing right now. We're utilizing everything that we learn and put it to use so that we can make the most of this month. Because, like I told y'all earlier, we're doubling everything we did last month. So I hope y'all screenshot what those numbers said because it's doubling this month. So, without further ado, let's bring our guest on. Thank you so much, first off, Jared, for getting on with us tonight. And all of you guys know him. He's Presidential Diamond with the company. Got that accomplished in 2 months, knocked that right on out. So it's not like it's something we can't do too. But I'm glad that I have him on with y'all tonight because I already know all of you see everybody with their pens and paper. Everybody is ready for you. So thanks so much. And I'm gonna turn it over to you. And anything I need to add at the end, I will. And please excuse the comments because we just be very loose with our conversation, as you can see.
It's like we be loose, huh? I like it. That's the type. That's the type of conversations I like. Loose conversation. Loose me and
Yes.
let me free. Let me free. Let me free. All right. Well, glad to be on, Carissa. I'm honored to be on. Thank you so much for inviting me on. I've been looking forward to jumping on this all day and excited to kind of give what I call transferable truths that you can utilize in not only your business but also in your life. How many of you have had your sip of keto coffee or skinny brew coffee today? Anybody today? This is my second cup of the day. I normally do one in the morning and then one in the evening. And so periodically throughout this conversation, because I hadn't finished mine is a full cup. You'll see me slurping on my coffee because we're going to be loose tonight. So hopefully that does not offend you. But thank you so much for all of you leaders that have assembled on tonight's call. I know we've got the family call tonight as well with corporate, and we will certainly be done by then. I wanted to make sure that as we had this conversation, it was not casual. I don't like taking, these types of opportunities for granted to come on and share, to impart something that may make a difference in your life as it's done for me. I'm getting emotional right now because I'm thinking about, wow, I'm thinking about where we were, where I was specifically when I found this industry or this profession. You'll hear me interchange that word. And I think the reason why I want to go there is because I really want you ladies to understand the seriousness and the impact and the significance that you can have with this business and in this business. This business changes lives. Right now there's a lot of conversation on Facebook, on Instagram, and just the barbershops, beauty salons all over the country about the election that's in the next 2 days. And there's so many people on different sides of it, and all of us have seen it spew on the social media. And I know some of you have clutched your pearls like, did she say that? Or I didn't know she was voting for him. And I can't believe they feel that way. Oh my God. And I think we've all had those moments. If you've had those moments, put them in the comments. Say, I've had it, I've had it, I've had it, I've had it. Because we've all had that. Another thing I wanna really lift up just for a moment tonight is I want you to oblige me for a second. Uh, those of you that are on the call, but you've got your picture up, you don't have your video on. I want to share something with you. It is difficult, if not impossible, to lead when you're not seen. Let me say it again. It is difficult, if not impossible, to lead if you're not seen. And I know, obviously some of you, you're not on video right now, and I'm going to challenge you to get to a place where you can be on video so you can be seen, because I want you to be present. It's just like how we were in school. They would call the attendance. How many of us remember that? They'll call you the attendance and they'll mess up your name and all of the, all of those things. And you would have to say, I'm present. Some of us say, oh, I'm here. And you would have to show up for success. And here's what I can tell you. Success is 90% showing up. And you cannot show up hiding behind the camera. You can't show up hiding without trying to be seen. Ladies, I need you to understand your power is in being felt, but we've got to see you. You look at, I was talking just a moment about the election. If you look at both Biden and Trump, guess what they're doing right now? They're out being seen and campaigning, are they not? They're out being seen and campaigning. They're out, write it down, being seen and campaigning. My question for you is, if you're going to be elected, oh God, here I come. If you're going to be elected, you've got to be what? Out, seen, and campaigning. Are you listening to me? That's the success. That's what 90% of success is. It's about being out, being seen, and campaigning. Ladies, I will tell you that, as you can imagine, me being successful in It Works is an anomaly. Is it not? It's an anomaly, right? You don't see a lot of men that are diamonds, double diamonds, triple diamonds, presidentials, or ambassadors that their wife, their girlfriend, their significant other didn't build their position, correct? And so I'm speaking tonight from a platform of truth, because I have never seen or been involved or been a part of a company such as It Works that has a culture and an environment that is ripe for you to reap your blessings as a woman. In most other companies, they're so heavily male and testosterone driven that the women show up just to support. The women are not empowered to create financial independence, or they're not empowered to become six-figure earners or seven-figure earners. As I look at the spectrum that is that of It Works, I see women winning. Put in the comments, women who win, women who win. Come on, type it in there, women who win, women who win. Not women who just support, not women who show up to look cute, not women who are just there, but women who win. I want to talk to all the women who are winning. I want to talk to all the women that have decided to win tonight, because you are at the right place at the right time. Yeah. Alonda, you at the right place at the right time with the right people connected to the right team in the right moment. Now it's time for the miracle. This business, it changes lives. I remember when I first got started 16 years ago, 2004, the year of our Lord 2004 was when I got started in the network marketing profession. And not much has changed since 2004 to 2020. By show of hands, how many of you know how to build a business in It Works? You know how to do it, by show of hands. You know, come on. All right, and I don't see all participation. Let me tell you this. How many of us have enrolled a loyal customer? By show of hands, how many of us have enrolled at least one loyal customer? Thank you so much. How many of us have enrolled at least one distributor? At least one, you've enrolled at least one distributor. Well, ladies, guess what? You know how to build the business. Yeah, you know this is beyond a shadow of a doubt. Isn't that interesting terminology? You have to be confident beyond the shadow of a doubt. That means doubt can have a shadow. Oh, shucks. The only way a shadow is present is when things are illuminated. There can be no shadow unless there's light. I'm coming for that in a moment. But listen to me. You know how to build It Works. And the biggest trick of the enemy is trying to convince you, Jamie, Marie, the biggest trick of the enemy is, Carrie, to convince you, Janet, that you don't, Stephanie, know how to build this business. Donita, if the enemy can convince you that you don't know how, guess what happens? You'll stay stuck on confusion. The biggest trick of the enemy is to convince us we don't know what we're doing. We don't know how to do it. And here's the deal. Les Brown says, when the enemy on the inside is defeated, the enemy on the outside can do us no harm. It's not the enemy, it's the inner me. How many of us know we talk to ourselves? It was beautiful. Carissa said some great things about my wife and I. We came into the company. As a matter of fact, there was a memory that, Facebook does the little memory deals, and I sometimes click on there. I saw today was the day we released our earthquake docuseries video. It was November 1st, 2018. And basically what it was an announcement to the world that we had just joined forces with It Works. We did that November 2018. It was an announcement to the world that we had joined It Works. But here's what the world didn't know. The world didn't know that starting in September and October, we had made a decision to build It Works, and we had already started working, enrolling customers, enrolling distributors. So by the time November came about, we had already enrolled over 1,000 people in the system. By the time the world found out that Jared and Portia Wilkins were part of It Works, we had already enrolled over 1,000 people into the business. You're like, well, why did you do it that way? I read a quote the other day that really grabbed me. It said, you wouldn't have to build in silence if everybody in your circle wanted you to win. Shucks. God, you would not have to build in silence if you knew that everybody in your circle wanted you to win. The reason why many of us feel obligated to be quiet and to be silent is because we know we're connected to some people, here I come, that really don't want us to win. Some of us, if we're honest, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, I know it. Some of us, we're sleeping with the enemy. Shucks. I know, look straight ahead. Don't even look to the left or the right. Look right here, I'm with you. If we're honest, we're sleeping with the enemy. Come on. You're laying next to people that don't believe in you, that don't support you, that don't encourage you, that don't inspire you, that do not motivate you. And my question for you is, how long can that last? You do realize that 2020 has been a different year for a lot of us, but it's not been a year where people haven't been able to prosper during this pandemic. There have been people that have decided that they're going to prosper in the pandemic. My question is, what about you? I want to give you a couple of things that I hope you could take away with, and I'll be done in the next, hopefully, 20 minutes. Kind of give you a couple of things that have served me. They've served me for the last 16 years. A few things that have kept me over the last 16 years. I want to give you some concepts that they've been my rod and my staff for the last 16 years. I want to just give you ideas that have really stayed with me, that kept me through the lonely nights, that have kept me going even when my doubt creeped in, that have kept me moving even when I wanted to quit, that have kept me going when I wanted to turn back and go get a job, that have kept me going when I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to give you a couple of things that maybe, just maybe, one of you, if you could grab a hold to this transferable truth, that you will be the next ambassador, not just for you, but you'll be able to touch that next woman, touch that next man, the next couple. Maybe they are on the brink of divorce, but because you finally decide to say yes, they won't commit suicide. I told you this business changes lives. I was reminiscing today with my wife. We were talking about some friends of ours, people that we've come across in the network marketing profession. One young man, I never forget, I went to go do a presentation, Carissa. And this is when, we could actually be out in living rooms. This was during the times of the internet. Yeah, we had social media and all of that, but I still believed in, I don't know, call me old school. I still believed in what they call belly to belly, right? Being in them living rooms, being in those dens, letting people feel me, talking to people, being right there with them. And I'll never forget driving about 2 hours. Yeah, not logging on for 2 minutes or 20 minutes, driving 2 hours to go show the plan and go give a presentation. I remember having to, Jamie, I feel your spirit. I remember having to do that. And I remember getting there and giving this presentation. This business changes lives. The young man walks in. Young man walks into the room, and the room is packed out. I'm doing my thing, talking about the business and talking about what's possible. Young man walks in and he's looking, and you could tell, as all of us can tell, you could just tell when a person is skeptical. Anybody know what I'm talking about? They're looking at you, their responses, their energy is just off. And after the presentation, I get a chance to talk to him one-on-one. He says, man, is this thing real, man? Is this real? I don't play no games. And I could tell he wasn't as polished. You understand. And when you go into the lion's den, you got to be ready. And pulled up my back office at the time, and I showed him some numbers. And, he said, man, this is real. I've heard all about these MLMs and this, that, and the other, but okay. Got started. He got started in the business. He had never done network marketing before, never been in the business before. Didn't know his story, but watched as the weed smell. Come on, this business changes lives. I watched as the weed smell, the liquor and the alcohol smell that I smelt on him the first day. I watched as it started to leave, as he kept coming around to different events that we would do, trainings that we would do. I watched as the saggy jeans that he would wear changed into some dress. Come on, man. Changed into some dress slacks, and he started wearing button-up shirts. I watched as the golds from his teeth, removed those, and I watched the earrings come out of his ear, and I watched he start developing, and I watched him over that next year and that next 2 years start changing into this next person that he was always destined to be, but he just needed somebody to say yes and show up. He needed somebody that would say yes, be seen, and campaign. Never forget, a few years later, flew up to Vegas. Me and a couple of my friends went to Vegas to hang out, and this young man that is from Texas, as a result of the information and applying it and being hungry and wanting to grow, he had moved and bought a house in Vegas. Same one that smelled like weed when I first met him. Not only did he buy a house, he had bought his mama a house. Come on. Same one that was, oh God, high on PCP. That same one. I'll never forget, he picking us up in this brand new 745 Li. And he's dropping me back off from my hotel, and he says, I just want to say thank you. He says, I never told you this before, but the day I met you, I had just got out of prison, and I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I had disappointed and let everybody down, and I was ready to go back. There was something you said and something I saw. Man, you changed my life. Says, keep doing what you're doing. Talked to him the other day. Says, man, how you doing? I said, I'm fantastic. I asked him, man, how you doing? He says, man, billionaire, I'm doing excellent. He calls me billionaire all the time. I said, how's business for you? He said, man, this year I made over $10 million so far. Jeez. I'm telling you, this business changes lives. Just my mom is fully retired now. She ain't got to work no more. House is paid for. Car is paid for. Thank you for your yes. I was talking to my wife about it. She says, man, what we do, this changes lives. We were talking about some other friends of ours that we've known for a few years. When we met them, they were a young couple and they were donating plasma. I don't know if you know what that is. They were donating plasma to take care of their two kids. I don't know if you can imagine going on a plasma date. Maybe let's go on a date. We ain't got no money to feed our kids, to feed ourselves, but if you sit in the chair next to me for an hour, and if I sit here, we can make $40. And we're donating plasma. Got started in this business. Wife had gotten so fed up with network marketing, the ups and the downs of it. She was like, we done with network marketing. We gotta, I need you to get a real job, man. These kids, they need insurance. All she wanted was a Blue Cross Blue Shield insurance card. So my friend, he goes behind her back, joins a network marketing business. He tells me about it. I'm all right. Well, you in. He's working his full-time job at the time. He's going door to door, doing door-to-door sales in Houston. Houston is hot. I don't know if you've ever been to Houston, but it is hotter than fish grease in Houston. I mean, we're 2 doors down from hell. I mean, the devil is, yeah. That's why everybody's saved in Texas. I mean, we already know it's So he's going door to door, knocking door to door, selling alarm systems for ADT. Joins this network marketing business. His wife says, man, I don't want to see no auto ship bill coming out of my accounts. Says, bet. He's building and building, showing the plan, doing Zooms, getting on trainings, building, going through the process. He gets discouraged. He gets discouraged because he had built the business to a point where he was making about $5,000 a month. He quit his job at ADT. And then his business started to go backwards. He went from making $5,000 a month. And he was now at that point making about $2,500 a month. Started to have to drive for Uber and Lyft. And he called me. He says, man, I don't know. This was less than a year ago. I said, what are you focused on? He was discouraged, not because he wasn't winning. He was discouraged because people on his team were winning bigger than him. And I said, bro, remember when you were donating plasma with your wife for $40? Here you are at 5,000. Not grateful. Would you put in the comments, gratitude is the seed for more. Gratitude is the seed for more. Gratitude, it is the seed for more. And I told him, I said, you're focused on the wrong thing. You're focused on his grass and her grass and you need to be focused on your own grass. Be grateful for the grass you got and you water it. He said, man, I appreciate that advice. And he went back and he started focusing. 3 months down the line, he was making over $8,000 a month. 6 months after that, he was making over $25,000 a month. We had a chance to spend some time the other day. I said, how you doing, man? Sitting on my couch with tears on his eyes, and he's, man, I got to show you something. I said, what? Opens up his phone and goes to his bank accounts. He showed me he had over $1 million in his accounts. I said, man, thank you for your yes, man. This business changes lives. He starts showing me the plans that they have. He and his wife, they're about to build their dream home now. They've got private tutors for their 2 kids now. He was showing me what they had just done and what they were getting ready to go do, a trip for him, his dad, his brothers, her dad. They're taking all, they were about to take all of their fathers and brothers, all the men, because they never had great relationship. They said, we're about to take all of them. We're going to show them what life is supposed to really be like. And we're going to mend the things that were broken. This business changes lives. What about you? What about you? I show up for calls like this because I know what we have our hands on. I can't tell you when it's going to happen. I like to tell you you're going to be ambassador tomorrow. I like to tell you the right people are going to show up next week. I'd like to tell you there's a formula for the result, but there's no formula for the result. There's only a formula for success. Write it down, please. Needs. Needs. Or put it this way, desire. 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 Plus desire plus skills. Desire plus skills. I told you it's a formula. Desire plus skills times faith equals success. Desire. Desire. What do you desire? I was about to quit at worse. Yeah, me. 60-day presidential. Me. Multiple 6 figures my first year. Me. I was about to quit. I don't do well when people tell me they're going to do something. And they don't do it, Carissa. Carissa said, be transparent. I'm finna keep it 100. I finna quit. I'm mad. Yeah, I'm mad. I ain't mad. Oh, God. I ain't mad because the business ain't growing. I ain't mad because, money ain't being made. I'm mad because I feel like you tried to play me. God, I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm upset because I feel like you're using me. You said this was going to happen and you ain't doing it. I feel, come on, I feel like I've done everything I'm supposed to do and I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And guess what? It's your fault. I'm out of here. I don't need this. I was a multi-million-dollar earner before it works. I can go anywhere and go succeed because I understand the formula for success. I don't need this. I don't want y'all making another dollar off of me. I'm finna leave. Y'all can have it. Y'all got all these, you ain't got no men like me in the company. And you know what? I'm out. And see, here's what you got to understand. Here's what you got to understand. Here's what you got to understand. Quitting, write it down. Quitting is a process. Quitting is a process. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens night after night. You start mumbling and murmuring. You start meditating on the things that aren't going. That's what meditate means, to murmur. You start saying, man, I'm God. You start talking. See, that's meditation. I started meditating on quitting. Start playing, you know, when you're about to leave, oh boy, you start meditating on how you're going to strategize. Yeah, I need to get me an apartment. Boom, boom, boom. Girl, come on. Let's not, come on. We all grown. You know how it is when you about to exit, you about to leave, you done. You start, come on, you start putting things in place to leave, right? Y'all talk back to me, right? When you're about to quit a relationship, quit a business, you start looking for the exit and making preparations and plans to get there safely. Yeah. All right, I can, yeah. I found a place. Mm-hmm. All right, here's what I need. I need deposit. All right, you start putting things together. That's what I started to do. I start putting things together. Because at this point, I'm done. A whole me, 3 months in, I'm 240,000 a month in volume. 3 months in. On my third month, I'm at 240,000 in volume. This is what y'all doing? Oh no, y'all don't deserve us here. I got to go. And never forget, I'm sitting down. Desire. Don't forget that formula. Desire plus skills times faith equals success. I'm sitting. Because of that process, I go from 241,000 in volume down to about 48,000 a month in volume. And this coffee is off chain, right? And so at this point, I'm not recruiting nobody. I ain't trying to recruit nobody. I don't want to enroll a customer. I'm requalifying at this point as a double diamond. Because I'm looking for the exit. I'm like, I'm not finna recruit nobody. I'm not bringing nobody into this company. I'm gone. I'm finna leave. I see why all these girls left. I see why this one left. I'm finna go. I'm out of here. It'll hit me. When are you going to stop getting incompletes on your assignment? Shucks. And if we're honest, I mean, really, come on now, this is me and you talking. Now, I know tonight you're probably expected to, talk about charting and volume. You probably expected to talk about how to personally sponsor and enroll. You already know how to do that. You know all about host to post. You know all about, you know the how to build the business. That's everywhere. How? I mean, we do trainings on that every single day. There's YouTube. You can go to YouTube University and find out how. You can log into your eSuite and find out how. You can call Carissa or any one of your other plugged-in uplines and find out what? How. Oh, but discovering desire. Understanding why. That's the game changer. You know, I'm tired of getting incompletes. I'm tired of going from here to there to here. You left the last place because they lied. Come on. You quit the last thing because it got hard. When are you going to see something through? Because that's on your record. Do you see anything through? When are you going to finally get a finished? When Jesus died on the cross, he said, it is finished. Not it's incomplete, it's finished. It's finished, it's done. I said, I want to finish. I finally have gotten to the place in my career and in my life where I want to finish. Okay. Well, you dug yourself in here, you can dig yourself out. Because I know how to build a business, just like you. You know how to do this. So I put together my game plan. What's your game plan? I put together my game plan. I said, okay, I'm going to personally sponsor another 12 to 15 distributors at my level of influence, my level of socioeconomic status or higher. What a 15. I made the decision. I'll never forget it. It was September 2019. Made the decision. September 2019, came back from Green Carpet. This is when Mark Pentecost was talking about reloading. How many of y'all remember reload? He was talking to me, reload. So, all right. Digging the scene with the gangster lean. I'm about to reload. So, people just start showing up. When the lady showed up, a young lady named Jennifer Nivens, never met her a day in my life. Jennifer Nivens showed up. Jennifer says, hey, man, listen, I've been seeing what y'all doing. I was once with It Works, but man, I left. I went to Melaleuca and stuff ain't working out. I said, isn't that interesting? Are you finally ready to finish? She said, I was a triple when I was a triple. I got to 6 figures, but I left. So she came on back, put together a plan. Boom. Jennifer took it. I got to triple. I started doing presentations because I know how. You know how. I started doing presentations. Another young lady showed up, Dr. Shayoun, all the way in the United Kingdom. I ain't never been to the United Kingdom. She says, man, I know we talked about this It Works business, but at the time I was running for office in Parliament and government. And I wasn't ready, but man, I've been seeing what you guys are doing. I'm ready now. She gets started, boom. She goes diamond. Another young lady I went to church with. Went to church with this young lady, Winter Patterson. Winter showed up. She's like, man, I've been seeing, all about this tea, this coffee. And man, my friend says she lost some weight with it. Can you send me some samples? Remember, they just came out with the little sample app where you could press a button and see how it all works out when you decide to finish? I said, oh, sure. I press a little button, send her the coffee. I said, man, I like this. I said, why don't you just be a customer? Yeah, I'll be a customer, but man, I think I could sell this. I said, I'm sure you can sell it, but no, I just need you as a lawyer because I'm trying to get this little reload bonus thing. So I don't need you to sign up. Come on. So I enrolled as a lawyer customer. And then shortly thereafter, she said, nah, bro, I can sell this. I said, shucks. Okay, all right, come on, join in. Come on. So she joined, she become a distributor. Boom, she goes diamond. It just start pocket. My volume start going from 48,000 60,000, 80,000, 100,000. Come on, 150,000. We started doing more volume a week than we used to do a month. All because I decided to finish. What about you? I started off the call tonight saying I need you to show up. I need you to be seen. I need you to campaign. That's what tonight's all about. I told you that this business changes lives. My wife, we just had our son, Aiden, and he was born July 30th on her birthday. So, at first, I wanted him to be born on my birthday. She's like, no, I want him to have his own day. Da, da, da. All right, whatever. He can have his own birthday. And then God said, no, I'm going to give y'all Aiden on her birthday. It's your gift. Because I was trying to figure out, man, what am I give for her birthday? You know? So as in the midst of that, I'm trying to figure that out. And here we are at the hospital giving birth to Aiden on her birthday. Say, well, it's the gift that keeps on giving. But I remember hearing the stories of women that had to give birth, and in a few weeks or a month or what have you, had to go back to work. I remember saying, that won't be us. That won't be you. Do you know he just turned 3 months yesterday? We haven't missed a moment. Not a moment of his life. You know, she wanted to hold him all the time, carry him all the time, and you know, just all the time. And her mom, her aunts, and my aunts, everybody, oh, y'all shouldn't carry him. You know, it's gonna be hard to wean him up. She's like, I ain't got nobody job to go to. I ain't got nowhere to be but where I want to be. I've been waiting on him for almost 6 years because we tried. She had cysts on her ovaries. She had the size of grapefruits and all. It's been a process, 6 years. The doctor said she can't even have babies. So we named him Aiden, which means little fire, Nkwachi, which in my native tongue means God's promise. Because I was promised him. Man, God prophesied to me 12 years ago. So you're going to have a son. I never doubted it. When we couldn't conceive for those 6 years, never doubted it. I knew he would come. He came to the It Works conference and they got the babies everywhere, people running in there with their strollers and stuff. And my wife is sitting in there, emotional tears. I'm like, he coming, calm down. Now. God ain't failed me yet. He gonna be here, calm down. We hadn't missed a moment. Hadn't worried about, oh man, what insurance we gonna use that? Hadn't had to worry about none of that. What about you? Whose life are you going to change through this business? Are you going to get another incomplete? Or is November going to be the month you say no? This is no November. Yeah. No November. No more doubting. No more procrastination. No more playing games. Most importantly, no more incompletes. This is your month to finish. Derek Reddington. I'm closing. Derek Reddington was a world-class Olympian. World-class Olympian. And the Olympics doesn't happen every year. But they train, these guys, they train, they practicing eating right, training. just for that moment that comes around every 4 years. Derek Redington, he's trained, he's ready, he's qualified, and boom, he's at the starting lineup. Father's there, you know, they've flown in because, man, he's proud of his son, and son's at the starting line. Wow, gun goes off. They take off. He's running. In the midst of the race, he pulls his hamstring. Pulls his hamstring. Derek Redington is in anguish and pain. You see the tears in his eyes, the anguish and the pain in his face as he's holding his hamstring and hopping on the other leg. Derek didn't lay down on the pavement. Derek Redington didn't just quit the race. As he's hobbling, holding on his hamstring on one leg and jumping around the center blocks, just trying to get to the finish line. His dad jumps over the barricade, runs onto the cement where he was running. The officials are trying to stop him. He pushes through, gets to his son. Son falls into his dad's arms. And he carries his son as he hobbles through the finish line. He asked Derek Redington at the end of the race, why'd you keep going? The race was already over. Everybody had already crossed the finish line. The number one, the first place, he'd already won first place. Derek tells the reporters, I didn't enter the race to start it. I entered the race to finish it. Go finish your race. Marissa, thank you for having me on. Hopefully that said something that touched somebody so they can go out and finish. Congratulations to you and your incredible team. It's going to be a phenomenal November.
Mind blown. I have nothing to say. I'm just ready to finish this race. Everybody else is ready to finish this race. I already feel it. We already feel it. So, whew, thank you so much. That's all I can say, because I got so many notes and I got so much to put to work on what done happened. All you guys ready? Is everybody already put their finish in the comments? Did I see everybody said they're finishing? Because that's what we're doing this month. We finishing. Yes? I think I done heard Danita come on and say yes. I know she always first. She be right there first.
I did.
That race. That's what I'm talking about, guys. So thank you so much, Jared, for taking time out of your night. I can't wait what's to come in the next 10 minutes for this. I can't even talk. I'm so full of words. I gotta let all this stuff come out. Let me reprocess this for the next 10 minutes. We got a break. So I will see you guys on the live and in the chats and all of that good stuff. Thank you again so much, guys, for tonight. And I'm going to work on this recording for y'all. All right, good night.
Good night.